Welcome back to The Explainer. So glad you're here, because today we are diving into a country with a seriously massive global footprint. I mean, if you love connecting the dots across history, culture, and, well, even pop culture, you're going to absolutely love this one. We're zeroing in on a single nation that honestly kind of flies under the radar for a lot of folks, but it has quietly shaped the course of human history in ways you'd probably never imagine. So, get comfortable and let's jump right in to unpack the incredibly fascinating story of Tunisia.
To kick things off, let me throw a quick question your way. What do ancient Rome, Star Wars, and a Nobel Peace Prize all have in common? I know, right? It sounds like the setup to a weird joke. You've got this massive ancient empire, arguably the biggest sci-fi franchise in existence, and then the highest international honor for geopolitical peacemaking. It's quite the combo. Well, keep that question in the back of your mind as we go, because the answer is exactly what we're going to piece together throughout this explainer. And spoiler alert, the answer is Tunisia.
Section 1. The Ultimate Mediterranean Crossroads.
Okay, so to really grasp how one place can connect to so many wildly different eras, we got to look at its geography. Tunisia is actually the northernmost country in all of Africa, sitting right at Cape Angela. And why does that matter so much? Well, jutting right out into the Mediterranean Sea made it literally the perfect strategic spot for maritime trade and, you guessed it, conquest. I mean, for thousands of years, basically anyone traveling across the Mediterranean had to interact with this specific piece of real estate. And that naturally resulted in this beautiful, really complex blend of Arab, Berber, African, and European influences. It's one of those rare places where totally different worlds didn't just meet, they completely intertwined.
Section 2. Ancient Empires and Holy Cities.
Let's jump way back in time to see exactly who was fighting over this prime location. We are talking about one of history's all-time greatest rivalries. On one side, you've got Carthage, which was once one of the absolute wealthiest and most powerful cities in the entire Mediterranean. It was the heart of the mighty Carthaginian civilization. And on the other side, ancient Rome. These two absolute superpowers clashed in the famous Punic Wars, fighting tooth and nail for dominance over this exact crossroads. And while Rome eventually won and destroyed the original city, the ruins of Carthage are actually still there in Tunisia today. It's a massive historical attraction and a really stunning, tangible glimpse into that legendary ancient rivalry.
Now, pivoting from the Roman era to the 7th century, the region evolved into a major hub for the Islamic world. The Great Mosque of Kairouan was built around this time, and it quickly became this absolute epicenter of Islamic learning and architecture in North Africa. In fact, the city of Kairouan itself is considered one of the holiest cities in Islam. Its cultural weight is so massive that it's recognized today as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's just a perfect example of how deeply layered Tunisia's history is. Think about it. You've got ancient Roman and Carthaginian ruins sharing a country with some of the oldest, most significant Islamic monuments on the planet.
Section 3. The real-life planet Tatooine.
All right, for the movie buffs tuning in, get ready for a massive pop culture surprise tucked away in the Tunisian Sahara. This is such a cool connection between fiction and reality. We all know Tatooine, right? Luke Skywalker's famous desert home planet from Star Wars? Well, it was actually inspired by a very real Tunisian town called Tatooine. And George Lucas didn't just borrow the name. Tunisia played a huge role in bringing that whole universe to life visually. A ton of iconic scenes were filmed right there in the Sahara Desert, and get this, several of those original filming locations are still standing today. You can literally just walk right into movie history. How cool is that?
Section 4. Birthplace of the Arab Spring. So moving from sci-fi back to reality, let's talk about modern geopolitics and arguably Tunisia's most profound contribution to modern history. This is an incredible story of how one tiny spark ignited a global movement. Back in 2010, nationwide protests kicked off in Tunisia after a young street vendor named Mohamed Bouazizi protested against government corruption and mistreatment. Over the next few years, this single event served as the catalyst for the Arab Spring, leading to massive political shifts within Tunisia and sending this huge ripple effect across the broader Arab world. And incredibly, by 2015, Tunisia had successfully navigated a peaceful democratic transition. This achievement was so monumental that the Tunisian National Dialogue Quartet was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. It really goes to show how movements born in this small Mediterranean crossroads can quite literally echo across the globe.
Section 5. Africa's most fascinating destination.
Let's tie all these wild, seemingly disjointed facts into one modern picture. It's really no wonder Tunisia continues to draw visitors from all over the world. The experience is just so incredibly layered.
I mean, on a single trip, you can lounge on gorgeous Mediterranean beaches, trek through the sweeping landscapes of the Sahara Desert, wander around ancient Roman amphitheaters, and then step into these totally unique underground Berber homes, which are an architectural marvel all on their own. Throw in the Star Wars sets and the breathtaking historic mosques, and it is hands down one of Africa's most diverse and fascinating destinations.
Which brings us to a final thought I want to leave you with today. How does knowing about this incredible crossroads of civilization change the way you view North Africa? We started out asking what ancient Rome, Star Wars, and a Nobel Peace Prize had in common, and well, now you know. It is just amazing how a single dot on the map, sitting right there at the top of the African continent, has quietly absorbed and shaped so much of our world's story. From ancient empires, to modern democracy, to the movies we all love. I really hope this explainer left you amazed at the hidden depths of Tunisia and eager to learn more about the hidden forces that shape our globe. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.